What's going on, my people? Nightmare Parlor 1 here. And yes, this is a WWE review. WWE Hell in the Cell took place about an hour ago. Well, not an hour ago, actually a few minutes ago. Well, you get what I'm saying. But, yeah. All in all, man, it was a good show. But, I think yeah, I'm pretty sure most people watching this video have heard what happened. So that's the only reason I reviewed this show. Pretty much to give my thoughts. I need an excuse. All right. The opener was the triple threat match. John Morrison, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him. I'm gonna call him Bryan Danielson. Has nothing to do with me being an indie mark. Yes, I'm looking at you, Master Bubba, or Boo Boo, whatever the fuck your name is. That's just what I call him. That's what I know him as. But Bryan Danielson and The Miz. All in all, man, really good match. John Morrison, like, he shocked me, man. He was climbing that shit. I had no idea what he was gonna do. Um, Alex Riley he gets on my nerves just looking at him. I barely watch the WWE as it is, and I just most of the time when I watch the Miz and Bryan Danielson stuff, and the Undertaker and Kane story stuff, and the Nexus, because I like the Nexus. But I made a video defending the Nexus. Check that out. But yeah, this is a good match. I'm glad Miz took the fall again. I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they decide to keep this going, they got, you know what I'm saying, they have a grounds to keep this going. You know what I mean? So yeah. All in all, man, good match. 3 stars. Very fun. Then next we had, I liked it. Also liked that it was submissions counted anywhere too. That added a whole lot to the match. Cause him tapping him on the ramp was kind of cool, and John Morrison doing the tarantula was cool too. I hadn't seen that in WWE in a while. But yeah, the next match was Randy Orton versus Sheamus inside Hell in the Cell. This was a whole lot better than I thought it was gonna be. This was actually a good match. Like, I thought this was gonna be terrible. Turns out they used the cage a lot more than I thought they would. I just got tired of seeing them pick up them damn steel steps. Man, Hell in the Cell. Like, that match is so watered down. You know what I mean? But at least, like, this could have been like I don't know, like a no DQ match, and it would have been, just as good. But Hell in the Cell used to mean, like, this is the only way this could be settled. You know what I mean? Like, not because, he was the champ, and, I beat him, and, me and him had matches for, like, the past few months. You know what I mean? Now I'm the champ. It wasn't anything like that. Before, Hell in the Cell was never about a belt. It was about, a storyline where the two men hated each other so much, the only way it could be settled was the cell. You know what I mean? And they should go back to that. I'm just saying. Like, if a belt was involved, fine. Kind of like Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, if y'all remember. But I think the belt was on the line in that match. I hadn't seen that match in years. Yeah, like that match, you know what I mean? Where, the belt was on the line, but, like, it was like, it was on the line, but the main story was Brock and Taker, mainly Brock doing heelish shit to Taker, and, like breaking his hand and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But this is a good match, you know what I mean? I didn't like the fact that Randy Orton kicked out of 2 of Sheamus's little bro kicks, or whatever, I think that's what they call bro kicks, and Cena, I'm not Cena, Orton couldn't, he couldn't kick out of 1 RKO, you know what I mean? Just saying. I think that would have been fair. I don't even like Sheamus, but I'm just saying. Just something to think about. But 3.25 stars, man. I like that a lot more than I thought I would. Then after that, I was watching somewhere and I left, so I did not see the next match or anything after that. But I did get back just in time to see John Cena and Wade Barrett. Okay, all in all, this is Wade Barrett's best match of his career. Without a doubt, his best match of his career. I heard that Edge and Swagger, it was a good match from what I hear, but I'll watch it later, whatever. I won't even put star ratings on the shit, because I just won't. But just listen to the video, you'll get my general idea of what I thought the star ratings were. But Yeah, man. Like, oh my god. Like the match itself was going along good. Nexus came out there, and I got the feeling I was like, oh, they're gonna get involved, and Wade Barrett's gonna lose, and then the locker room came out there, which I thought was good storytelling. Like, oh, we gonna help out our boy John Cena because he represents us. So let's get these fools out of here. You know what I mean? It made sense. And then you know, they were having a really good match. Wade Barrett hit his move, John Cena kicked out, and I was like, oh Lord, here we go, typical Cena. You know what I mean? Like, like I hate the way he's booked. You know what I mean? To where you pretty much got to kill Cena to beat him. You have to shoot him to beat him. You know what I mean? And it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it makes the other guy look bad. It just makes Cena look untouchable. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But at times. But yeah, and then after that, Cena kicked like Wade Barrett kicked out of the FU, and I was like, oh shit, like I didn't know what was going to happen. Then he put him in the STF, and I was like, oh, and then he didn't tap, and I was excited, and then that fan jumped in the ring, and then what appeared to be Ryan the Lone Vamp on Twitter. Twitter, by the way, follow me. I'll probably put some annotation in this video, but Ryan the Lone Vamp put up there, maybe that was Husky Harris. Maybe. But yeah, like it looked like him because he was kind of fat and he had the hair and everything. But yeah, Cena lost. Like Cena, like tonight. By the time y'all see this, it'll probably be like 12. If it's not tomorrow, he has to join the Nexus. Like that's the rule. Like he has. Like, and man, how they did that was so amazing. The music was playing. The crowd was in shock. They like zoomed the camera in on different people. This one guy, like he had like his hand over his mouth, like oh my god. Kids were crying. Women were crying. This one lady was screaming no. Yes. Now WWE, do not mess this up. Don't have it like It's the classic G1 said this too on Twitter. He was like, they might do it how they did the Punk and the New Breed thing. I hope to God they don't. You know what I mean? Like, have Cena actually have to be part of the Nexus. That'd be amazing. At least keep this going into next year. That's just my opinion. And like, it's I cannot wait for Raw tomorrow. And Cena leaving, like him leaving, you know what I mean? And then the little kid was crying, he gave him a hug. I just thought this was amazing. Like, it was done so well. I was so hyped. My brother wasn't here, so I called him. I'm like, hey, guess what? You know what I mean? Like, I was more hyped than probably anybody out here, you know what I mean? Not because I hate Cena, like, everybody else, oh, Cena this, Cena, because I actually like the Nexus, and I wanted them to keep them together, because I really think this still has potential to be something great, and what they did tonight, if they do this right, this has the potential to be something amazing, you know what I mean? But we'll see. But all in all, I was happy for Wade Barrett. The music was playing. I was singing along. Like I marked. This is the hardest I've marked out for like the WWE since Taker and Shawn last year. You know what I mean? Like, this year, I didn't really mark out so much watching the match. I was just so into, this is Shawn's last match, you know what I mean? But, like, last year, I was going nuts, and this is probably, like, the most I've marked out since then for the WWE. Yeah. And well, maybe the Nexus debut. No, because I was just in shock. Like, I was just kind of sitting there for that. Like, watching, like, whoa. You know what I mean? But, like, I was marking out. Like, I was screaming when John Cena lost. But yeah, this is the highlight of the night, man. If I had to rate this, like the match itself gets like 3 and 3/4 stars, but like the whole thing together, yeah, I mean, like amazing. Like, oh man, oh. Moving on. Then we had the Divas match. Like, this was terrible. How can you follow up something like problem? Okay, why was the Divas match after Cena and Barrett? Like, Cena and Barrett, aside from Taker and Kane, was probably, well, never mind, I take that back. Since this pay-per-view only had 2 weeks to build. But like the Divas match, like why after that? When we knew the ramifications of that, if John Cena lost, he had to join the biggest heel group in the WWE. You know what I mean? But we have some meaningless Divas match with a stupid ending with a female that they never even cared about in Natalia. Natalia is a fucking manager. You know what I mean? It was, and then the match itself was not very good, which is a shame because Natalia, before she came to the E, I thought, well, she was a very good women's wrestler. I wonder if she still is, because this match sucked. But after that, I'm just talking about the matches, the backstage promos. They all pretty much sucked all night. The Paul Bear one was okay. That was the one after this. That was alright. But yeah. Then we had the main event, Kane versus the Undertaker, accompanied by Paul Bear. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this, okay? Paul Bear turned on the Undertaker. Like, I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked. I did not expect that at all. Did not see that coming. But in the match itself, it was alright. It was just boring. But I just didn't think they needed to do it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously they're going to keep this going, which the matches have not been good. The storytelling has been good. Even even tonight, I won't say it was done poorly. You know what I mean? It didn't need to happen. You know what I mean? But I was shocked. And and Kane has been doing good mic work. Let's see where they go with it. But I don't want to see them wrestle anymore. It's bad, man. It's boring. Oh. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out. John Cena. No, not yet. John Cena has to join the next. Think about it this way. When is the last time John Cena has done anything remotely heel in the past 4 years? You know what I mean? Well, like, he's been so like, oh, Super Cena and the Boy Scout, and he's been like, if you read comic books, he's been the Superman of the WWE, like, literally. You know what I mean? He's been a Boy Scout, all nice, the team first and all this stuff. Well, he has to join a group that's exactly the opposite. And little kids love John Cena, and so do women. And now he has to join the bad guys. It's amazing. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.